This episode of the Deep Thinkers podcast is brought to you by Maracaba Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Andre Maracaba has been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for over 25 years. In 2017, our adult team as well as our kids team took first in the state of Arizona. Not only will you learn sports jiu-jitsu at Maracaba BJJ, but you'll also learn self-defense, you'll learn no-gi, and we have an excellent kids program. Find them online at maracababjj.com. That's maracababjj.com. Or you can reach the gym at 480-830-6051. Again, check them out. They're on social media. You can just kind of Google them, and you'll see a lot of different things pop up for Andre Maracaba. But definitely check them out at maracababjj.com. Hello, Planet Earth. This episode of the Deep Thinkers podcast is brought to you by Bright Island Outreach. Bright Island Outreach is a group of dental professionals that goes down to the Dominican Republic multiple times a year. They take young students, dental students from the United States, as well as dental students from the Dominican, and they all go down and they teach people how to take care of their teeth. People who can't afford to do it, people who can't afford to actually go to dentists, they go into some of the more impoverished areas, and they teach people how to take care of their teeth, and they do teeth extractions, and they do root canals and fillings and cosmetics. There's a lot of different ways you can help out. You can go online at brightislandoutreach.org, and you can buy a t-shirt. I wear mine all the time. They've got really cool prints, really soft cotton. They feel great. I always get compliments on it. People ask me what it's all about, and I tell them. You can donate, or if you feel like you really want to get involved, you can actually go with them and check it out and help them out. They're always looking for volunteers. So, but whatever you do, go online to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and check them out there. Give them a follow and help them out with that online presence. Thank you very much. This episode of the Deep Thinkers podcast is brought to you by Element Stoneworks. Element Stoneworks is a custom granite surface company. So if you are sick of the laminate in your home, or you're sick of the countertops in your bathroom, or whatever, you give Element Stoneworks a call, and they can come in and custom fabricate some granite or marble or whatever hard surfaces you want on your countertops. They do bathrooms, they do kitchens, they do desktops, they do nooks, they do pretty much any surface you want covered in granite or marble or whatever kind of style stone. Give them a call, 480-290-1879. Or you can reach them at 602-930-8740. Sometimes it's better to reach out to these guys on text messages. Sometimes they get back a little bit quicker to you if you text them. Or you can find them online on Facebook or Instagram at Element Stoneworks. This episode of the Deep Thinkers podcast is brought to you by Crandall Pest Control. Crandall Pest Control was founded in 2002 and has been family owned and operated ever since. Their main bread and butter is scorpions, termites, and general pest, but they can usually handle any pest issues that you have for them. You can reach them online at crandallpest.com, or you can call them directly at 480-360-4999. So give them a call, mention the Deep Thinkers podcast, and get $30 off your first treatment. Okay. Now can you hear it at all?
Yeah. I can
A
still
little
hear
bit better.
It seemed kind of. No, it's definitely better. No.
Okay, because I can't hear shit in my headphones, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Wasn't plugged in.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. Okay.
I was just about to say that before you actually grabbed it. I'm like, is it plugged in? But I saw the wire coming up. I'm like, it looks like it's plugged in right there.
Yeah. No, this one's good. Okay. Now it's solid in my ears. All right. Here we go. Hello, Planet Earth. I am here with you today with the one and only Clayton Carpenter, the MMA prodigy. How's it going, buddy?
Doing good, man.
Actually, you can find Clayton on Twitter and other social media at Concrete Clayton.
Concrete Clay.
Yeah, see.
Or Concrete Clayton would be the at. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Clayton, when he says Concrete Clayton, he means he's made of like cement. If my name were Concrete Jesse, it would be referring to like the ice cream. So,
before it sets.
Yeah, for sure. Like the high end ice cream, the expensive stuff, you know, like Nielsen's frozen custard.
Like
concrete.
being poured.
Yeah, like the good. Yeah, no, they have this frozen custard Nielsen's that they're still up in Utah. They used to be down here, but.
You want to hear a funny thing about my nickname? Is I've had a few over the years, and someone said Concrete Clay. It was just one of my friends. And it just kind of, I don't know, it kind of stuck. And I've heard a bunch of nicknames. And I just like Concrete Clay when it was said. But when I wanted to fight as Concrete Clay, my dad hates it. My dad doesn't like it at all. And it's my name. Funny. You know? I'm like, he's just like, you want to be the most average construction utility, or I can't remember what the hell he said. But it was something like, he's like, you want to be some average cement mix? And I'm like, bro, I just like the way it sounds. I'm like, it's dope. It flows, you know? Yeah. And so we've been like talking about it because he's been trying to fucking change my mind, you know, and because he hates it so much. And he's like trying to come up. He's like, you might want other nicknames that are more marketable, you know, because he's just trying to get me to get him, you know, to change it. And we kind of agreed on Kryptonite. I like how Kryptonite sounds.
Clayton Carpenter. Yeah. I think you may be setting the record for syllables. In like a name with a nickname too, with that one, like.
Or are you talking about kind of with
like syllables in a word, like Clayton Carpenter? That's 5 already. Kryptonite. Yeah, okay. So it's a 9-syllable nickname, right? A name you got.
So do you think it's too much?
No. I'm just saying.
I think it's I think
it's dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think it's at a good number?
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah,
right.
I'm just saying not negative or positive. I think it's great. Like I think it's a great nickname, great name.
Clayton Concrete Carpenter.
Yeah,
I like that.
Clayton Kryptonite Carpenter. Yeah.
I like just kind of the alliteration of concrete. Concrete. Obviously, it's the same kind of sound with a K. Yeah. But the like Clayton Concrete Carpenter. Like I like the CCC.
Yeah. For sure, man. 3C or you know C squared or C to the third power.
C to the third power.
There you go, man. Yeah, that could be like the brand.
That's kind of cool.
That could be like the
C3
brand right there. Yeah.
I wonder if there's any other gyms called C3 already.
Yeah.
I think there's a gym called C4.
Yeah. Well,
Clayton C4 Carpenter was a name for a while.
There you go.
Clayton Crazy Clay.
What did C4 stand for?
The explosive.
Oh, see, yeah, okay. Yeah, as I drink the coffee. Yeah. Now everyone gets to witness the miracle of caffeine as I am tired, and this coffee slowly brings me back to life.
Drink away, dude.
So yeah, good coffee. I'm not going to mention where because they're not a sponsor. No, I'm just joking. I would love to have a coffee sponsor. I would be talking about them nonstop.
Coffee sponsor? Yeah, that'd be dangerous, dude.
That'd
be super dangerous. Free ice, free coffee whenever you want it.
Yeah, yeah, just like
you'd get addicted, dude. That'd be too much.
I've
tried to cut down coffee to 3 times a week, just kind of when I need it. You know,
really?
Like not having to really rely on that alcohol to wake me up. Not alcohol, Jesus.
Yeah,
caffeine.
That's we don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to rely on alcohol to wake you up either.
You don't want. Yeah, you don't want to have alcohol to wake you up.
Work against you there in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
I need caffeine, man.
I'm
a hopeless addict.
We had this alcoholic on our fight team one time.
Oh yeah,
and
that must have been entertaining.
He was this construction worker, and he used to get drunk at 6 a.m., dude. At 6 a.m. he would get faded, and we were all just like, bro, what the hell? You're gonna get pulled over, man. He's like, no, man. He's like, no cops are looking for drunk drivers at 7 a.m.
No, but the cops are still out there looking for everybody, dude.
Yeah, no, they're definitely looking
still
for
out
everyone.
there.
Do not advise it at all.
Wow.
Just thought it was really funny.
Wow, I would say that he probably had a problem. Yeah.
He most definitely had a problem.
Dang, 6 a.m. I don't like booze that much to where.
Hell no, dude. Hell no. I can't. No.
If I drink twice in the weekend, and I haven't done that for years, but in my 20s, if I drank twice in the weekend, by that third day,
when you turn 21, you just. I feel like when you turn 21, you just drink because you can drink. Because you finally can.
Yeah.
After being, kicked to the curb for so long.
Bro, in England it's 18.
I know, dude. Everywhere it's 18 because everywhere is reasonable. If you're an adult, you can get tried for an adult. You can make adult freaking decisions.
Not so fast on that beer, young man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I wrote a debate paper when I was a little kid about just the drinking age and how a huge
Bro, people were writing about that in my high school classes.
Yeah, I bet, dude. It's the same curriculum, bro.
Yeah,
they didn't change anything.
Yeah, people have been bitching about the drinking age forever.
If you can go to the military and die for your country,
that's the argument.
There should be nothing other that should be it. That should be done.
Well, bro, that's the legal age of sexual consent.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have sex at 18, but you can't drink alcohol at 18. You can smoke cigarettes.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. But could you imagine if a president changed that? If some president looked at that,
if Trump changed it,
people would be like, even the liberals would be like, he's not so bad. He's it's whatever, I don't hate him. I mean, I don't like him. I don't hate him. People would be indifferent about Trump real fast if he lowered that drinking age. At least the young people. All the young people that hate him, they'd be like, all the college campuses would be like, they'd be like, dude, that would be the strongest power play he could do.
The whole bandwagon hating on Trump.
They'd be like,
all the high school kids would just be switched.
All that, they wouldn't be switched. At first, they'd go neutral. They'd be like, I don't really have an opinion on him.
So you think the first step would be neutral?
Oh, because they wouldn't want to hate him.
Because they can't.
Because they've been so hard against him. They'd be like,
they can't swap jerseys too quick.
I don't hate him. I don't like him, but maybe he's not so bad. I mean, maybe he has a couple good ideas here and there. That's what it would be like.
Yeah, it would be. And
then a couple years later, they'd be like, "Yeah, man, when we want 4 more years of Trump, let's do this."
That would be a great way. That'd be a great way to get the new wave of generation votes. That's kind of crazy.
Some president, some candidate is going to capitalize on that, or president. In the third year of their presidency, they're going to start talking about that really hard. Mm-hmm. And then fourth year, they're going to try to make some moves, and people are going to be like, "Oh, he's right there. We got to keep this in."
I think he would just. It would probably just be some states did it before, but some states have. I mean, I don't really know exactly all the different alcohol laws to. Some certain states, but there's a couple Midwest states that if you're with your parents, I think you can be 18.
Really?
Yeah.
The Midwest would be the place to do that.
Yeah,
dude.
right.
They got a brewery and have a basement in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's cool that law I don't really know at all if we can fact check it.
Yeah.
Can we fact check it?
Pull out your phone.
Is there?
Fact check it here. My phone's
pull out your phone, lazy ass.
Yeah, my phone's in airplane mode because I'm a professional in the middle of a podcast.
That's a good point, dude. That's a good point.
Yeah, everyone listening to this is like, professional. Okay. Although I do have an intro song now, so I feel pretty legit there. Thank you to Brian Lee for that sick intro song. When I approached my buddy about my intro song, I was like, I want my intro song to sound like...
So wait, you're having a buddy make an intro song
It's done.
He's already made
this
it?
episode will have episode 20 on. It has a little intro and outro song.
So what is it? Can we play it? Or
here in a minute,
no?
yeah.
Here-
I'll play you afterwards. Otherwise, I have to
Okay,
stop
all right,
recording.
all right.
You know,
Yeah, no.
It's like, yeah.
But
But
the people would hear it twice.
yeah,
It might not be that
well,
good.
they hear it
you know,
twice
they don't-
anyway.
That's
If
what,
they listen to the whole thing.
Oh, okay,
But I'm like, I want the song like if Primus, My Name Is Mud, and the
Okay.
Red Hot Chili Peppers Can't Stop. If they had a kid together,
Okay.
that's what I want this song to
Okay,
sound like.
all right,
And he's like,
I
all
like
right,
it.
all right. And he's like a bluesy.
So he plays the guitar?
Oh yeah, he's great.
Blues guy?
Oh yeah. Like,
Oh, then it's probably going to be
yeah,
sick,
yeah.
dude.
It's I'm happy
Yeah.
with it. Yeah, I'm stoked with it.
Okay.
So he is a banker by night or by day,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, father and husband all the time, and then
And
jams
shreds
on
the
his
guitar.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
My striking coach jams on the guitar.
yeah.
Yeah, he can shred.
Who's your striking coach?
Rob Monroe.
Robin Rowe.
Mm-hmm.
Right on, man. That's cool.
Yeah, he like builds his own guitars.
That's cool.
He does like projects, Flying V projects.
Jeez.
It's sick, dude.
I had a
It's
buddy in
super
high
raw.
school who was a doctor now, but he was a bass player,
Mm-hmm.
and he would make his own basses. Like he would get the wood and like lay the template out. And some of these things were crazy looking because he was really into Les Claypool, who's the guy from Primus.
Okay.
And so some of this stuff was just out there, but yeah,
That's pretty
he'd
gnarly.
route it and sand it and like route out the place for the pickups and like the
Mm-hmm.
batteries and stuff, and
That's cool, dude.
then paint them up and then and jam on them, and they were great. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude, that guy just who does that in high school, bro? Like that, yeah, it was pretty. Even back then, I thought that was pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the guy making guitars in high school, that's pretty dope, dude. Yeah, that's
now
pretty badass.
Now he's a doctor, so now he's fixing people some way or another. You know, who knows?
That's cool.
I haven't talked to him for a while, so I don't even know what kind of medicine he practices. But
I wish I switched over to the bass guitar. You said your friend played the bass guitar?
yeah,
Because I played the cello when I was younger.
Yeah.
And the optics are the same. I wish I would have switched over.
you still can, dude. You're still young,
That's true.
dude. You're
That's
21,
true.
man. Like
Yeah.
your brain is still firing fast. You haven't.
That's a very good point. Yeah. You know, I thought that when I was going to be, like, the further along I got in my career, I mean, I am just 21, so
yeah.
I have a lot more brain
Yeah,
damage
you're-
to take. But
you're in the dawning
But
of
I
your
feel
career
like
still.
my mind's pretty sharp, you know.
Yeah.
I don't ever. I
That's
never
the
wanna
one
get,
thing
like,
I worry
those,
about. You crazy
those
MMA
groggy-
warriors.
Those groggy MMA guys where, you know, the speech slows down, it just goes,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Not gonna let that happen.
Yeah, just
gotta
keep that head defense
I just
strong,
gotta keep,
dude.
gotta keep moving my head fast, and I'll be good.
You know who had great head defense early on in the game?
Head defense or
Yeah.
like head movement?
Head defense in general was Tito
Okay.
Ortiz. Like if you watch his stand up, that left never like it's meticulous. Like it never leaves.
Yeah. His
know.
guard was pretty high.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as just looking out for it, you know, like keeping that, keeping those hands
keeping
up.
that front,
Yeah.
keeping that front hand up.
Yeah, it's something I noticed early on with him. you know?
Yeah, I mean that lead hand dropping is usually a super common, super common mistake that most fighters make is dropping that lead hand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tito Ortiz definitely did a pretty good job, I guess, of just holding it
Yeah,
up.
I mean,
there.
he wasn't the greatest fighter,
Putting the
but he
frame up.
did. I just think he had a lot of thought about his head in the future. I just think he was trying to.
I think he was
I don't
just a
know.
brute, dude. He just came in like
You don't-
straightforward like a truck, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
that was the early,
he was, but
kind
like
of early evolution
Right.
of fighting. So
Right.
it was a while ago. so
right. But I mean,
everyone
that's
was
what I mean.
kinda
For
like
that early on, to be that meticulous about keeping your guard up for head defense, like.
Man, that's pretty basic, dude. Keep your left hand up.
So
dude.
many
It's
like
just a
so many
basic
fighters though in the first round are great at it, and I'm not out there trying to be like the armchair quarterback,
Well, I mean, as the more tired you get, obviously,
That's right.
your hands start to drop a
right?
little bit.
But it seemed like in a lot of his fights, like that was just one fighter I noticed that early on before the sport started evolving, back when it was more brutes.
Okay.
He seemed to at least have that part of that technique just solid, like fundamentals on that at least.
Yeah.
For what kind of fighter he was.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe I just like Tito. I don't know.
I think you do.
Good or bad?
I think you're just on Tito's
good,
meds.
No. Well, I mean, we all know where they've been, but no, I mean, I don't know. When I like a fighter, even when they fuck up, like I love them still. Like John Jones, I'm like, what's wrong with John?
Everybody fucks up,
Yeah.
And
No.
so if you're being honest with yourself, some people fug up a little bit more than others, you know,
Yeah.
and I guess everyone kind of jumps on a bandwagon of judgment and forget that, you know, everyone's just human. Everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah.
But John Jones was pretty out there, dude. That was pretty gnar.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. He hit that pregnant woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
And then like took off.
Well, let's be honest. How old was he? He's like 21,
Did we talk
22.
about this the last podcast?
We might have.
I think we did.
We might
bro.
have.
Should we just switch it?
No, we can talk about it again. It's all good.
Okay.
I think she was
Because
like just a couple months
we talked
pregnant.
About this. I'm remembering back. We
and
definitely
like
talked
honestly,
about this.
yeah, because I was like, I would have done the same thing. You know, like I was that kid when I was 23, 24. You know, like
Just bolted.
I would have.
Hell no, dude. I wouldn't.
Bro, here's the thing. If he got, I think he had cocaine.
No, he definitely had blow.
Like,
so he should.
so,
I mean,
dude, getting caught with cocaine.
Yeah, I know, right?
Is
Hit a pregnant
way
woman, right?
steeper.
I understand
than like a hit and
how
run.
it would be a
You know?
reasonable decision in the moment. I could see.
Like
I
I'm
could
not
see
saying it was
that,
the right decision.
but
I'm
definitely
just
not
saying.
the
I'm just saying. I could see
right
how
way
in
to
the
do the
moment it
situation.
sounds like a really good idea in the moment. You know, like
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. If I don't know.
The thing is this second.
I would have just tried to pay her. You know, like he had a bunch of cash. So like in the car, he had like just cash, gymmers, and
dude, that's the thing.
Just and
it was a
drugs, you know, and
serious
pot.
wake up.
I think he had bud in there.
Yeah,
and
he was drunk.
I would just, and he was probably faded. Off of something. And I don't know. He should have just, if he would have just ditched the blow, come back,
but he still had
give her a bunch of money. Yeah.
See, I think he waited 3 days.
He waited 3 days.
Didn't he wait a couple days to turn himself in?
I don't really know. I think
he did. And
too much diving into it.
If he had waited a couple days, that would
Get
support the theory of he had blow. Because 72 hours, you're done.
Right.
You know, so it's 74 hours. He's okay, guys. Let's talk about this. It was me. You know, like
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, but I mean, here's the thing too. A lot of fighters come from rough backgrounds and hard backgrounds too.
Yeah, the good ones.
So yeah, so, and I'm not saying that's the case with him. I don't know what his family life was like growing up. I know he's got a lot of older brothers that are athletes. Some of them play in the NFL.
Right.
But I don't know what his life was like growing up. But like, a lot of times, young people, if they don't have like a great upbringing, when they're hit with a lot of fame and a lot of money, they're gonna make bad choices. You know, like let's talk. We were talking about Mike Tyson the other night after class.
Yeah.
You know, and like,
I mean, we all kind of go through our own journey, and we all kind of,
Right.
you know, try to figure out right and wrong at the same age. I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
I would say that people that maybe grow up with less money would be kind of more aware of those consequences than people with rich money, you know.
Yeah, but like at this, I'm not talking about money
I
so much.
I do not mean anything like class
Right.
wise.
No. Right.
But if we're,
I'm not talking money as much as like just rough backgrounds and rough childhood. Because sometimes in those lower income neighborhoods, you can have in lower income neighborhoods you have great family structure. You have people that are just grinding trying to make it.
So you said in people in repeat that one more time. You said people
I'm not
lower
talking
income.
specifically about income, but I'm saying in a lot of cases in lower income, I've sold door to door in lower income neighborhoods where like, you know, we're installing alarms in Chicago, bro, and it's like, you know, like
installing like smoke alarms or security alarms. Security alarms
in Chicago.
Okay,
And
so you're a security alarm salesman.
No, I was an installer, and the
installer,
installers would go sell door to door in Chicago, bro.
Okay.
And like we're the only Peckerwoods on the block, bro. Like you know what I mean? People are looking at us like, why are you here? You know, like alarms. Like, oh, okay, cool. You know, like, and in those neighborhoods, bro, like a lot of times. Most of the time, bro, like just good, hardworking people, trying to keep it together, raising a family. They're in this situation trying to better themselves. But sometimes it's rough. Like sometimes they're there for reasons like alcohol abuse or drug abuse or whatever. So like, when you take any athlete, not just a fighter, but you take a basketball player or a football player, and you bring them out of the ghetto or out of the hood or out of the barrio or out of just the trailer park,
right? And
you know, like,
the lifestyle just changes overnight.
Yeah, it's
right. Yeah,
like,
it's definitely
like anybody's gonna make bad choices. You know, at least for the first couple years,
right?
While they're trying to figure it out until they get some maturity under them. You know,
so I mean, you could do just It's a lot easier to make a lot of bad choices when you got more money to play with. You know? You got more.
Like your world's a lot bigger the more money you have, you know.
And you're with a whole new higher circle of people.
Yeah.
That love to, a bunch of rich.
I mean, look at Aaron Hernandez
dudes partying their faces off.
Like Aaron Hernandez was like such a talented football player, and he also had a problem killing people.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
And it caught up with him in a big way. Damn, dude! Like, who saw that coming? You know, I mean, obviously people close to him probably.
I don't really. Yeah, I don't know him, so I can't. Really
You don't know who he is?
No, I know who he is, and I know of the situation.
The story? Yeah,
but I don't. If I don't know him,
I
can't really say.
I have a buddy who's up in Utah. He's a high school football coach, and he played for the University of Utah. He played for the Utah Blaze. He played in Canada a little bit. Just a football guy, and he was breaking down the whole thing for me. He's like, dude, this guy was good. He had like a super bright future, and he was like playing on the Patriots. You know, like
okay.
You know, like, I mean, he would have been Tom Brady's tight end. I think he's a tight end. And just, he ended up
So
killing.
what happened?
There's a lot of things, like, I guess, like, he was gangster, you know, trying to be gangster. And the first thing he got popped for was I think it was his baby mama's little sister's boyfriend, who was also a football.
Okay, baby mama's little sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, so so his would be sister, it would be brother-in-law if they were all married.
Right.
Yeah, and he said like I don't remember what he originally said he was hanging out with the wrong people. So I think he was talking about something in Aaron Hernandez's life that he didn't want to get out. And so he picked him up one night, and the guy sent his girlfriend a text, "You see who picked me up?" And she said, "Yeah." And he said, "NFL." And she said, "Yeah." And so they go out, they kill the guy, but before they do it, they stop at a gas station. And so they're all seen in a rental car at the gas station.
Okay.
And on the security cameras, and he's seen buying this certain type of gum. And he's just chewing gum the whole time. There's gum wrappers at the scene of the crime. He gets a ride home from some stranger. There's gum wrappers in her car, and his gun he left in her car. You know, so yeah, they get him for it. And during his trial, it comes out like some random other person, totally unrelated, comes out of a coma after a couple months and was like, "Yeah, I remember who shot me. Aaron Hernandez shot me in the head. That's why," you know, like, and he killed that other guy. So that's like
wild.
Dude,
I don't do too much diving into all that drama, dude. I didn't know any of that.
I knew it was. I knew the story breaking, and I was reading into it a little bit. I was just like, oh dang, man, that sucks. Another athlete, you know, doing something stupid, you know.
Right.
But then when I went up to Utah to visit, my buddy just broke the whole thing down for me, and I was just like, dang, dude,
that's wild.
You know, because he played with a lot of these guys. Like he was playing like every time he watches Aaron Rodgers play. In college football, I don't remember where Aaron Rodgers went to college, but he wasn't starting at the beginning of the season. And my buddy Corey injured the quarterback because he's a linebacker, and then when that quarterback went out, Aaron Rodgers' college career began.
Okay.
So like he put the hit on the quarterback that got Aaron Rodgers started in college. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
so he's played against
That's
a lot
wild.
of these guys, you know. So he's just like.
So he knows his stuff.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it'd be like you training with UFC fighters and like having additional insight to the fight world and what goes on. And like, you know, if something happened, like you call a few of your boys and they're like, "This is what really happened." You know,
right,
like,
right.
You know, so.
I mean, it's just. I mean, yeah, that's what it is right now. Yeah, it's like sparring with UFC fighters, kind of gauging where you're at.
Yeah. What is it like?
Which is
like that's got to be crazy sparring with UFC fighters, knowing that.
So one thing I've sparred
with the highest level.
Yeah, I've sparred with a bunch of UFC fighters, and ever since I was like 17 years old, and I never.
So pretty average, pretty typical 17-year-old life. You know.
Yeah. When I was 17, I went on an MMA fight camp to Uriah Faber's gym,
Nice.
Team Alpha Male, and I fought with one of the guys on his fight team. I fought in
Dillashaw there at that time?
That's when Dillashaw was like just starting.
So yeah, he was
just starting, and he. But I was on the fight team with a guy from Team Alpha Male in Hungary, and we all mobbed.
Nice.
Me and him mobbed up everybody. I took 3 golds.
Nice.
He took 3 golds. They had no-gi submission grappling, gi jiu-jitsu, and then the MMA.
Yeah.
And it was pretty gnarly, dude. It was super gnarly.
That's got to be awesome going into a different country and like killing everyone and coming home with the medals.
Yeah, it really is.
Like,
it is.
Peace.
I didn't really think of it like that, really, because I was a kid and, growing up, fighting is just, when it's as normal
as it has been for
it has been for me, yeah. I just don't really see it in the same viewpoint, but that is, it's pretty dope.
Dude,
to
I heard
go over there and just crush.
I heard a story about Connor
with some
the
gold.
other day.
Yeah,
your little brother.
What'd you hear?
Will Reed's dad told me this story. He was talking about everyone else's. He's like, he's all these guys in these gym. He's like, the guys that have grown up doing this. He's like, they all have a full range of martial arts they do, and like, he wasn't saying anything I didn't know, but he's like, Jake's boxing's great, Clayton's boxing's great, Connor's boxing's great, and like, I knew you guys all. I knew you guys were all well-rounded martial artists. Mm-hmm. I just trained jiu-jitsu with you.
Right. Yeah, Connor got thrown in the heat the earliest.
Dude.
And when I say earliest, me and my little brother started doing it around the same time. I started when I was 6, and he started when he was 5.
Yeah.
So he started, but he was the youngest. Like, he was always the youngest, getting thrown, doing the same thing that I was doing. And Connor's a bad dude. Yeah.
He was saying that he fought a grown man in like Czech Republic or something.
It was Russia.
In Russia. And this guy comes out and is dropping elbows on, like, grown-ass man.
Oh, yeah.
Dropping elbows on Connor. And Connor came out in the second round and whooped his ass.
Mm-hmm. So Connor was, I think, he must have been, I think he was 13, and he fought some like 17-year-old, 18-year-old from Kazakhstan. And bro, the Muay Thai fights that you can have over there in Europe, certain parts of Europe, like, it's full on, like, it's real. It's real Muay Thai. Over in the U.S., we don't have real Muay Thai fights like that. You have to be over 18 or pro usually to throw elbows with no elbow padding, to throw knees to the face with, like, that doesn't exist over here. You got to go to like underground shit to find that. But
which I'm sure you've probably allegedly.
Which I know.
I'm sure you've seen it.
I've seen it before.
You never participated.
Never really
like
participated.
Too much
no,
professional.
just kind of
too squeaky clean there.
Yeah, too squeaky clean. Just a spectator in the underground. But no, I've had my fair share of some sketchy fights. Just because
like when you fought that juggalo.
Oh yeah, dude, that was. Did we talk about that?
You told me that story a long time ago.
Did we talk about that in the other podcast?
I don't think we did.
Okay, well, he gave you the punchline.
Yeah,
fought the juggalo. So I was in Louisiana, and it was
It's already even
bayou.
Better. It's already even better. It's not just
bayou,
it's not just a juggalo.
I was in the swamps.
It's a Louisiana.
I was
juggalo.
in the swamps of Louisiana at high school, in fighting to be on the national team to go compete in Hungary, actually, and I fight. They have this guy in this MMA tournament, and we're all weighing in the day before. And I'm 16, 17, because I competed. I'm pretty sure I was 17. 17, he was 18. And yes, that's what it was. I was 17, he was 18. We're weighing in.
Yeah.
And he takes off his shirt, and he has this fat tattoo on his back, his whole back, of of Popeye, dude.
Yeah.
Popeye with the big forearms. And over the top in like Irish, that Irish green font, it said Popeye. Oh, yeah. And I'm just like, I'm 17 years old in the swamps of Louisiana. That's some high school weighing in. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what is this? I'm like, what is this about? And so we weigh in, and
How old is this guy?
We square
Popeye
up the next
17?
day. No, he was 18, dude.
Oh, okay.
He was 18, and just a big tattoo, just a huge back piece, Popeye.
It's a good decision.
And so we square up the next day, and he kind of whacked me with a kick right off the bat. He threw a lead kick and kind of just slapped my chest. Right?
Yeah.
And it caught me off guard because he just brought it up real quick. He was a lot taller than me. I think he was at least like 3-4 inches taller than me.
So like 5'6".
So
Right.
oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. No, I mean, I think he was probably I was a little shorter back then, not that much, but he was.
Sorry.
No, he was 4 inches taller than me, so he had some length, and he popped me with that first kick, slapped on my chest. And I'm just like, you motherfucker. And so I'm squaring up, and I just chop a mean freaking leg kick.
Yeah.
And kind of caves in his knee. And then I hit him with a 3-piece combo, collar tied up with them, and just whip a flying armbar in the first. I mean, now we're in about like 30 seconds.
That's kind of something you pulled off a couple times.
The flying armbar used to be my go-to thing
Yeah.
that I used to do because
that's pretty amazing.
in jiu-jitsu, yeah. So I got that thing down, and he kind of dropped, like as I'm going down for the armbar, I'm jumping in the air. For those of you who don't know what a flying armbar is, I jump in the air and I kind of wrap my legs around, one leg going across the torso and the other leg going across the head, and then the armbar hyperextending the arm.
Right.
And then so my head,
The arms
but
between-
your head,
the arms
like you
between
kind
the
of
legs
fall.
and you're holding it
You
into your
definitely
chest,
like
yeah.
you fall down pretty hard.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure that you got your shoulders chin tucked in.
Yeah.
And but as I fell, my back like slapped against the mat, and then he was in a weak position where he wasn't really, like his arm was going down, and I dislocated his arm, dude.
Oh.
And fight stops, and I forgot to tell you the best part of the fight. As in the beginning of the fight, all I could hear was just swamp people, bro. Just, get him, Popeye! Get him, Popeye!
Yeah.
And they called him Popeye, dude. I guess that was his name, dude. I never heard any other name other than Popeye.
Juggalos all have like I have a juggalo friend in Utah. His name's Beaver.
So he, okay, perfect. Yeah. And so he's yelling Popeye. And he's just like, what happened after I dislocated his arm? Because people who aren't really into the fight game don't know the least about jiu-jitsu usually.
Right.
Unless they're obviously jiu-jitsu guys. But I think the average MMA fan isn't too well versed in jits. Not like
I would say that
takes a whole lot to figure out someone
mean,
doing an armbar.
They know
this
a
guy,
few
this
basic,
guy, I did it so fast that he didn't really see it. He didn't like really see what happened. And so I get my hand raised. I get out of there, and he's talking to his dad, and I look over, and it's this fat, I'm talking 5 foot, 300 pounds, blueberry,
just
like
short,
or
stout,
maybe like 250, 270, but I'm talking blueberry.
Yeah.
And he's got face tats of a clown, like the Insane Clown Posse, the ICP. He's got some ICP face tats, clown face tats on his face, like
deep.
zipping through his eyes, like cutting through like his whole face. And I was just like, this is a shit show. I'm in the Bayou, Louisiana. I'm fighting this guy. And his dad's got face tats, and he just like starts yelling. He's like, "You broke my boy's arm." He's like, "Where's his paw?" And started saying this wild stuff, wanting to fight me, wanting to fight my dad. And it got nothing happened. But things got a little heated. It was wild.
That's crazy.
It was wild.
That's crazy. Yeah, dude.
Cops came. I was ready to scrap. We're all ready to scrap.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's
It was
crazy
not.
too is like you can, if you don't train jiu-jitsu, you can be in a situation where you're in grave danger and you don't even know it yet.
What do you mean?
Like with some of those arm with some of those arm bars and arm locks and things like that, like you can be wrapped up tight and not feeling the pressure until like it's ready to go. You know, so like,
yeah, there's definitely. I mean, there's a lot of different submissions have different. I think
not all of them, but some of them.
Pain reaction
Yeah.
and an injury reaction.
Right.
And there's some submissions that will just injure you extremely quickly. Like you don't feel anything. You feel no pain, injury.
Yeah.
You don't feel no pain, pop.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
Yeah.
There's some that just will jack you up.
And that's like, and a lot of times, like from someone who's inexperienced, if you're in one of those, all you can do is tap.
yeah. Like
but
if you don't know,
have a
right?
reaction,
Exactly.
you
And
try
if
to
you don't
spaz,
know,
if you try to spaz out of it, like
then
you
you're
can
gonna
get hurt.
You're
You
gonna
hurt yourself.
Rip, you're gonna
like,
tear a ligament, rip something.
So
Yeah, like the typical, or not the typical, but I would say that the most common is the heel hook.
I was thinking
The
the
heel
exact
hook
same
is
thing.
not allowed. Like it's not allowed
So
in
nasty.
all the jits tournaments. There's a good amount that allow the heel hooks, but
Yeah.
it's banned in a lot of tournaments because of just how it will
effective
injure you.
it is. I went up to a seminar in Cottonwood at Verde Valley Jiu-Jitsu, and Isa Abel did the seminar. It was a no-gi leg lock seminar.
No-gi leg locks?
Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
I felt like a nasty motherfucker. So I was like,
yeah, dude.
you know,
when you
like,
get out of those leg lock,
yeah, dude,
those
I
leg lock
felt-
seminars, you
dude,
you
I
get
felt
out
so
ready.
hard. I felt so hard. Yeah, and Isa's great. Like Isa's a great grappler. He's just a bad dude. He's a super
He is.
cool guy. But I remember like the one specifically where it was like, wow, you know, is when you're in 50-50 and we've drilled this at our gym. I don't remember the name of the position, but his leg's right here. Your inside leg is on his hip, and then your outside leg is out on his hip. And then you have his foot right here tucked.
Right.
And then you bring it back, you get the foot tucked right there. You hook the heel, and then, you know, like. But that position we haven't drilled.
You worked that in the no-gi?
Yeah, at the seminar. Like
Oh,
we
yeah, at the
drilled
seminar, right.
drilled that position at our gym, but like, you know, obviously I haven't been drilling leg locks a whole lot, you know.
Right.
But yeah,
Well, yeah,
that one was
because you're
just like,
still going to the beginner classes too.
yeah, I'm still pretty.
We
I'm
usually
I'm
so
still pretty green.
because we can't even the leg attacks are more. All of them are allowed in the higher belts. That's the only reason.
Well, right, and that really it's the way it should be because
Right. Yeah.
white belts have no idea. It'd be,
But
white belts
you-
with leg locks are like a 5-year-old kid that's found a gun. You know,
Yes and no. Yes in the sense that they don't know, or
They don't know.
Yes in the sense that they can easily probably hurt somebody.
yeah.
But no in the sense that they don't really know how to do it that well.
No, what I'm saying is though is like it's probably
Uh-huh.
it's probably better if you have some experience in just how effective and destructive some of these can be. You know
Well,
what I mean?
always.
Like,
And I mean, if you come to class, regardless of what
Yeah.
belt, we're gonna make sure that you know.
right.
You know, we're showing it the right way,
Right.
making sure that you get it done to you, so you understand the same pressure.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the white belts are just dangerous, dude. White
Yeah.
belts are just sporadic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just sporadic.
Right there. I feel like it's starting to click a little bit more for me these
Yeah.
days. Like I feel like things are starting to slow down a little more.
I'm just on a different level of just being a brown belt in jiu-jitsu and
Yeah.
kind of doing it since I was a little kid. And that feeling when you are connecting dots in your head,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh, it's right freaking here, you
Yeah.
know, or like, oh yeah, I can set them up with doing my favorite move by just pushing them out a little bit and finding
Yeah.
certain little niches. And that's the coolest part. And I think that when you're a beginner, there's a lot more of those dot connections. And there's a
Right.
lot more of those, putting puzzle pieces together in
Like
your head.
one just clicked for me in side control. Like Like,
what?
Like when someone hips out, sometimes like if I can feel it coming, I'll like, you know, when you're grabbing the belt and you're grabbing the back, like because I like to get a knee on belly
With the underhook on?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel it when they hip out. I can, as I'm feeling it coming, I'll clench up on that belt and I'll push them into me, or I'll pull them into me, and then as they start
You
to
grab it on the
hip
same
out,
side of your body.
yeah,
You grab the belt on the same side and just control the hip to make sure that they don't hip out.
Yeah, well, as they try to hip out, I move back in with them.
Right, yeah.
You know, so it's just like
following
no,
him. Yep,
you're
following
not,
him.
yeah, you're not like that just clicked.
That just clicked for you?
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh no, you're not gonna get away this time. I got that knee right there, you know. Like,
yeah, dude, it's all about,
you know. So like, it's just little things like that, you know, like, and it just clicked like within the last week and a half.
Yeah, dude, you gotta follow him.
You know,
don't give him any space, dude.
Yeah, but it's
if he
just
doesn't have any space, he can't get that leg through.
But just being aware of that happening. It's just finally starting to slow
clicking.
down a little bit, you know, and it's just like, just little things like that where it's like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know, and then I go in and do no-gi.
That's white belt dots.
And it's back to square one. Like, I feel like I'm learning a completely new martial art.
No-gi is, you always feel like you're going back to square one, going from gi to no-gi.
And I've heard it feels the other way around. Like, the other way around, too, going from no-gi to gi feels the same way a little bit, too.
No-gi to gi is just the kind of the realization you get the first match, the first no-gi roll that you get in training after doing like a heavy, if you go, I don't know, I say if you go 3 months with only gi and then you go back into a gi class, you just have that realization, you're just like, I can't do anything. Like you know, like 90% of the moves are gone.
Yeah.
You know?
For me, it's like
90, like a bunch of the guards, everything's just really simplified.
Yeah.
Simplified in just a fast-paced way.
Yeah, for me, it seems like going from gi to no-gi, it's like there's nowhere to grab. There's like, what do I do? Like, this is a lot more pushing slippery. Back and forth. Right. Everything's slippery. It's a lot more like wrestling.
Yeah. It becomes becomes more grappling. Almost.
Yeah, more grappling. Yeah. Way more. Like, I feel less like a martial artist and more like a grappler in no-gi.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just a different. It's just a completely different feel when it's just another person's body.
Right, and it seems
opposed
like
to that gi, because that gi is just.
And it catches all the sweat, and like it heats
you grab
you up.
them. Like once you got them in the gi, you got them.
Yeah, like
if you have somebody in no gi, they can
slip
fish
out. Like lockdown in no gi is a precarious situation. Where lockdown in gi,
correct,
that gi has more friction on it, and you can hold them there a little bit more.
Yep.
But like it would seem like going from gi to no gi, you would be great like in the grappling and going back and forth. But like it would be like, okay, I can make. You said
going from gi to no gi.
No, going from no gi to gi.
Or going from no gi to gi.
It would seem like all the grappling would still be good and stuff, but
when you go no gi to gi,
like it would seem like you wouldn't know how to finish anything.
What it's not that you don't know how to finish anything. What the first thing that you realize is that you're not making the right grips.
Okay.
That you're kind of cupping the back of the neck instead of going for the collar grips. You're grabbing the wrist instead of the sleeves, and you're not utilizing your grips nearly as well as you would because you're so used to the body to be the gripping points instead of grabbing onto it.
It's like chess and checkers, or maybe like.
Gi to no gi, chess and checkers.
No, because that would imply that one is more simplified. Yeah. But yeah, it's like
that's not too bad. That's not too bad of a comparison.
Okay.
Because and I feel like the only reason why it maybe looked as bad is because it's both jiu-jitsu and they're both kind of just mental, physical chess matches to begin with. So I feel like one would be kind of downgrading the other one when you compare it to chess to checkers.
That's why I was like,
maybe
it's not great. But I mean,
but it's not.
It's very much cerebral. Yeah, it's just a cerebral.
The moves are cut down. You know, things aren't as complicated. It's kind of just becomes a bit more basic, fast pace.
Yeah,
I don't really know the difference between pace of chess and checkers, but I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Some people play chess hella fast, dude. They got some speed chess.
Dude, there's people that
fast
like
everything, I guess.
Like Michael Cavanaugh and his kids are all like big chess people. His family.
Oh, dude, yeah. His little boy. He has 2 little boys, and so Mike is a military pilot.
Yeah.
And his wife is a doctor, and those little kids are smart little shit.
Sure, dude.
They are smart asses in my class. I teach them jiu-jitsu, and they're just like I try to catch him off guard when I know, like when I see him not paying attention, and I'm quizzing all the kids on just
Mr. Kavanaugh, what did I just say?
Details on the move, and I'm just like holler at one of the kids. I'm like, hey, what's step number 2? You know, not paying attention, looking at the ceiling, thinking I'm gonna catch him off guard, and he's just like, well, you grab the arm, straighten your arm, come right up. It just starts describing everything perfectly. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, all right,
give me 3 push-ups.
No, man, I can't. No push-ups, dude. If they get it right, it's no push-ups.
There you go.
But yeah, dude, he has some smart kids. Dude.
Yeah. He's I think he flies for FedEx now, actually.
Yeah,
he does. That's gonna be a
super
great
cool
job, dude. Yeah, flying planes for FedEx. You don't have to deal with
just making milk runs.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, especially flying. Flying's what you love to do. Excuse me.
No, you're all good, man. I'll just edit it out.
Edit out the burp. Yeah. It was a weak burp.
Yeah, for sure.
If it was a deeper, bigger
authority,
burp. Yeah, if it had some authority, then
sure.
we would leave it in.
For sure.
But that was weak.
Yeah,
that was total weak. It was one of those burps that just comes out, you know, that you do not have control over.
It's just like, it's like, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah. No, the other day I came across this on Facebook. I sent it to Michael Kavanaugh. It was a chessboard where the queen was the red belt, the king had a black belt around it, and all the pieces had the belts, and then the pawns were all white belts in the front.
And it was an actual chess set.
Yeah,
it wasn't like just animated or something.
No, it was it
was an actual thing.
They weren't carved into it, which would be dope, but they were just put on there like little cloth belts.
Okay.
On chess pieces.
But that sounds cool.
I sent it to him. He's like, "That's dope." He's like, "I'm gonna do that to my kids." My kids' pieces.
That's cool.
Yeah, because it's a lot like chess, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can get beat in 3 moves, or you can go the distance and lose some points. You know,
that's it.
So, but yeah, for sure. So yeah, man, what's in the? Let's talk about Jake's fight to win the other night.
That was a good match. The other dude was really good.
Yeah.
And Jake was trying to get under the leg, trying to get that ankle lock, and the other guy did a great job of defending it, and it was a real back and forth. And he was shit talking him the whole time.
Yeah, he was.
He was shit talking him the whole time.
I was up close.
And I'm just like, get it, Jake. I'm like, and when anybody shit talks, I don't know. I don't get sucked into it, but I'll do it a little bit back, you know, but I'm not trying to talk, you know. I'm there to finish him. I'm there to, you know, punch him in the face.
You're there to be about it, not talk about it.
Right, exactly. I'm there to kill him.
Yeah.
I'm not there to talk to him, but you know, he was just talking a bunch of shit. He's like, go for it, you know, egging him on, you know. And in the end, Jake came up to me. He's just like, because they were both tired, and he's just like, yeah. At the end, he said, short time. He's like, don't die on me now. And that was real, dude. He said short time. He's like, don't die on me now. And he knew that he was losing because Jake was on the attack. They were both going at it, but Jake was locking up the subs. Jake was, I think, winning in my opinion.
He said that to Jake, or Jake said that to him?
No, he said that to Jake. Jake didn't. Jake didn't say shit.
I was gonna say,
Jake didn't say anything back.
That would be out of character for Jake to talk back.
I'm on that same level, you know, where I don't really want to say anything. Yeah. I'm there to finish him. But yeah, I know Jake didn't say anything, and he's just like, don't die on me now. I'm like, that is the coolest fucking thing that someone could have said to me. You know, like if you're egging on the fight the whole time, talking smack the whole time, and then the last minute, or like kind of the last when short time comes rolling around, he's like, don't die on me now. I'm like, that's real. That's cool. You know.
Yeah. And then he got submitted.
And then he got submitted. And then Jake submitted. And then Jake submitted him. So, I mean, more of the story, maybe, you know, don't talk about it. Just be about it.
Fight.
Just be there to fight.
You know, like, sheesh.
But that's cool.
And
if shit talking is your thing, it's your thing, man.
If
that's what you got to do, everybody's got to do what they got to do to get in that mental state of mind to be ready to go finish somebody.
Yeah.
And if you got to shit talk, you got to shit talk, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it is a fight. Yeah, no, but that was a great fight. That was my first fight to win event.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I like that venue a lot better than their previous venue. The previous venue was a lot more widespread, and it was cool because the pros and cons. everything's so spread out. So everybody's teams are like, everybody's kind of spread out over this huge area. And I think that when you have a little bit of smaller venue and you can fit the same amount of people in a smaller thing, it's just a lot more live, dude. Everything's a lot louder. The energy's higher. Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
The music's louder, you know, because it's an enclosed little spot.
Yeah.
I like that.
He doesn't. Whoever I can't remember that guy's name who promotes that, who puts that on. He's the one that wears the thick gold chain.
Yeah, super cool dude.
He does a good job
too.
Yeah, he does a good job.
He does a great job.
So
I love those Fight to Wins because one thing I really love about Fight to Win is they blast that music.
Yeah.
There's some venues that don't blast music.
Really? No,
yeah,
you gotta get
dude.
pumped up,
and it's
dude.
kind of a buzzkill. You know, it's kind of a buzzkill when it's not like you can feel when you can't feel the bass. Like when you go out when you're on your walkout. And you can feel the bass, you know, and everything's loud. People are yelling, like that's when it's
part
cool.
of the pump. Yeah,
in my opinion.
No, I would agree.
Some
with
people
that,
may like it a little bit more calm, but I don't know. I'm trying to get it live, dude. I'm trying to hear some noise,
yeah,
man.
dude. You're trying to put on a show, dude.
Yeah.
You're a prize fighter. You're a gladiator.
Exactly. You know? I show up to make some noise.
Are you not entertained?
Exactly.
Are you not entertained? Dude, that scene is so bad, dude. In Gladiator, in that movie, when he's yelling.
I didn't know to what reference you were using bad, as in badass.
That's a great scene.
Gladiator is obviously a classic.
Yeah, I watched it the other night. It came on. I was like, I haven't seen this in a while. And I was like, damn, this is a good movie.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah. When are you gonna be on Fighting to Win, bro? When are we gonna watch? I'm
trying to get on. I'm trying to get on the next Fight to Win, and I might try to get on a fight card here in
Bro,
March.
I've never seen you compete.
You've never seen me compete?
Never live.
Damn. Yeah, I mean,
dude.
Come stop by, dude.
Yeah,
I usually do a good job.
I know, bro, but it's always in like Kazakhstan or California.
Yeah,
or
it
or
is.
Like New York or.
You're right. I haven't really competed locally in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get on it.
You need to get on that next Fight to Win card.
I'm definitely getting on that Fight to Win next. If they can find me a fighter, then I'm gonna be on it.
Yeah, for sure. We had a bunch of people fighting out of our gym on that one.
We had 4 people.
Yeah,
4 people. Yeah, showed up.
The other people, they didn't get the W, but they still fought hard. They learned, they experienced it.
Or do we have 4? No, we had
at least 3.
No, we had 3.
Yeah, Dalton Kaufman, and then what's Aurora's last name?
I don't remember Aurora's last name.
It's like I don't know how to pronounce it.
I'm not gonna attempt it, dude.
It's complicated. Yeah. But yeah, no, like they're both awesome. Dude, Dalton Kaufman's a pretty tough little kid.
Dalton beats it up. Dalton is a tough ass kid.
Yeah. Well, he's got a tough dad.
Yeah.
He's got good genes.
Yeah, when you
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
When you know his old man, you understand.
Yeah,
just like,
exactly.
Okay.
That's what's crazy about that gym is you meet some of these guys and they're badasses and their dads roll through and it's like, okay, I see where they're starting from. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, his dad's pretty hard. His dad's kind of hard on him, but
just like a tough guy in general. Like he pushes his kid for sure, but just
he definitely pushes his kid.
Yeah, he's not soft
at all.
Yeah, but yeah, man. And then Lynn Ramsey's kids are tough too, man. Like to have those type of genetics where you're that big.
Yeah, dude. Lynn's kids are tough as nails. There's a bunch of kids in there that are just tough as nails.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Robert on in a couple of weeks.
We're
gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the kids program.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice. The wrestling program.
Yeah, the wrestling program, the takedowns, and why, and another why Andre's kids program ain't nothing to mess with, dude.
Yeah, man, we got the top kids team in the state.
Well, that's the thing.
Years running.
They're all growing up, and they're all going to be in the adults.
Yeah, and that's
class
that's the thing that Andre kind of understood is a lot of the black belts, especially the top black belt in the gym, usually doesn't coach the kids.
Right.
Not involved with the kids. Don't really don't really care about them. But not to say all of them, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
There's quite a few that do, and help with the kids. I wouldn't, but usually, especially back in the day, the kids class got, purple belt purple
Right.
belt teachers usually, the head coach to there, and Andre really invested a lot in the kids team, and it's
It shows.
it takes a little bit longer to. I'd say he gave a pretty even amount. He gave an even amount with the kids as he did the adults.
I would say so.
The adult team grew, and the kids team crushed it. Always showing up, wrecking shop. And when those kids are in the adult division, we're now the adult champions.
Yeah, and it's so cool because they're getting the takedown lessons where like if you start.
Are you talking about the wrestling program we have right now?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're getting
we did it. Yeah, we didn't have a takedown class before.
Right, but now we do, and that's such a huge. The scariest part of competing is the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, man. You start on your feet. Start on your feet. That's the first thing.
Yeah, and it sets you up for the match. But. Dude, our time is running short. Thank you for coming in today, man. No, you're totally cool, man. Like I'm glad to have you in here whenever you can, and got to make sure that you get to your commitments on time, and so we'll respect that. This is not my shortest podcast by a long shot.
What's your shortest?
Larry Winget.
Larry Winget.
Yeah, I think it's like less than 45 minutes.
All right.
So this is not bad at all.
What are we running up on?
We'll be right around an hour.
Right around an hour.
All said and done.
That's a good amount, dude.
Yeah, it's not
an hour is a solid amount.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would want to listen to us bullshit for more than an hour.
No, Joe Rogan is interesting enough to talk for 3 hours. I am not.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that at all. I'm just saying. Is how do I want to say this? It's more. I personally
people got shit to do.
Yeah, people got shit to do. I wouldn't listen to. I usually don't listen to podcasts more than an hour.
Yeah.
It has to be a topic that I am completely intrigued about and want to listen more about. And
yeah.
I'm on a road trip and I got time to burn.
That's the thing too. Like if you're driving a lot, that's when podcasts come out.
Right. Absolutely.
For sure.
And it's better than. The repetitive dull radio,
Yeah, man.
Can't really stand that.
And sometimes, like for me to I go back and forth. Sometimes I'll be jamming out to music. Like right now, I'm behind on all my podcasts because I'm listening to music. Mm-hmm. But in another month, I'll be sick of jamming out to music all the time, and I'll go back to podcasts.
You see, if I have to be on a drive, 45-minute drive to even go into open the podcast app.
The difference
if I'm 30 minutes, if I'm under 30 minutes, I'm probably just listening to music.
The difference between me and you is I was a promoter for 7 years, and I listened to so much music and so many shitty bands. Going to concerts 5 nights a week and working them.
Got kind of burnt out?
Between 5 to 9
You telling
bands.
me you got burnt out on music?
Not all music. Not all. Dude, bro, I'll listen to such a wide variety of music right now just to not... Like, sometimes I'll listen to really shitty pop music just because I haven't heard it in a while.
Really?
And it's
That's weird.
Just because like I love my grunge music. Sometimes I can't listen to it. I've heard it too much. I love hip-hop.
You got to mix it up. You got to have a bunch of playlists.
Everything.
You got to
Tool,
mix it up.
Perfect Circle, Deftones, love them all. Dropkick Murphys. I'll listen to everything. Even some bands that are shitty, I'll listen to because it takes me back to a certain time or a certain place. Like my all the music in my iPhone is great music, but there's some pretty incriminating evidence on my YouTube history. As far as bullshit music goes.
Yeah, just wild shit.
Just stuff people are like who the hell is listening to Aqua? I don't know. I don't even know who that is. Barbie Girl doesn't come through my playlist.
We all have our
guilty
kind
pleasures,
of wild music, that everyone would probably consider weird.
Yeah. By the way, I don't listen to Barbie Girl. That was a lie.
I would hope not.
Yeah.
I would hope not.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
But I do have some funny stories about that song. I'll tell you off the air.
I don't know. Whatever you're into. Everyone's into their own weird stuff. There is a fighter that walked out to Barbie Girl.
I don't listen to Aqua.
I have no idea who Aqua is.
That's Barbie Girl. I'm pretty sure that's Barbie Girl. I think.
Wow,
I don't know.
Like an idiot. I clearly didn't know.
Yeah. We can tell you don't listen to Barbie Girl.
Yeah.
So, all right, Planet Earth. We got to get out of here. Thank you very much for your being here, Clayton. Planet Earth, thank you for tuning in. Above all, be excellent to each other. Good night.